Good morning and greetings to everyone, respected educators, fellow students, parents, and everyone who believes in the importance of early childhood education. I would like to begin with a simple question. When does learning actually happen in a preschool classroom? Is it only when children sit at the table completing worksheets? Is it only when teachers introduce letters, numbers, or academic concepts? Or could learning also happen during moments that we often overlook? Imagine a preschool child entering the classroom in the early morning. The child greets the teacher, places their bag in the correct place, talks about their feelings with friends, washes their hands before eating, shares food with others, listens to a story, and reflects on what they learned before going home. To many adults, this may appear as ordinary routines. But for a child, these moments are filled with opportunities to learn. A child is learning communication when sharing their experiences. A child is learning responsibility when taking care of their belongings. A child is learning independence when managing personal hygiene. A child is learning values when respecting others during mealtime. These moments may not appear in a textbook. They might not look like a traditional lesson. However, they are shaping the way children think, behave, and interact with the world. This is what I refer to as the forgotten curriculum, learning through everyday routines. Today, I would like to share why preschool routine should not be viewed as simple classroom management practices, but as a meaningful learning experiences that contribute towards developing a holistic child, or insan sejahtera as emphasized in the Curriculum Prasekolah 2026. Ladies and gentlemen, in early childhood education, children do not learn only through direct instruction. They learn through experience, interactions, and repeated practices. According to Piaget's theory of cognitive development, young children construct knowledge through active exploration and interaction with their environment. This means children understand concepts better when they experience them directly rather than only listening to explanation. Meanwhile, Vygotsky highlighted the importance of social interaction in children learning. Through communication with teachers and peers, children develop their thinking language and social abilities. Therefore, routines become an important part of children's learning because they provide repeated opportunities for children to practice skill in meaningful contexts. A teacher does not need to wait for a formal lesson to teach responsibility. Responsibility can be developed when children organize their own belongings. A teacher does not need to wait for a special activity to teach communication. Communication can happen when children share their thoughts during morning conversations. A teacher does not need to wait for a moral lesson to teach values. Values are built through daily actions. This is why routines are not interruptions to learning. Routines are learning. The introduction of Curriculum Prasekolah 2026 represents a shift towards a more holistic and integrated approach to early childhood education. One of its important focuses is pembelajaran bersepadu, which is allocated 900 minutes per week. Pembelajaran bersepadu does not simply mean combining different subjects together. Instead, it connects knowledge, skills, values, and competencies through meaningful experience. This approach recognizes that children's learning does not happen separately. For example, during lunchtime, children are not only eating, they are learning about health, responsibility, social interaction, discipline, and self-management. During storytelling, children are not only listening, they are developing language, imagination, critical thinking, and values. Therefore, routines such as perbualan awal, aktiviti fizikal, rehat, baca bersama, and aktiviti penutup become important components of teaching and learning. They represent the hidden curriculum that shapes children beyond academic achievement. Let us begin with the first routine, perbualan awal. Every morning, teachers spend about 20 minutes with children to start the day. This routine is more than just greetings. It prepares children mentally and emotionally for learning. For example, a child might say, "Teacher, yesterday I went to my grandmother's house and I saw a big tree." Through these simple conversations like this, children build vocabulary, express ideas, gain confidence, and practice communication. During perbualan awal, children learn to share their thoughts, listen to others, and respect different opinions. As a result, they develop strong communication skills and feel valued, creating a positive and supportive learning environment. In short, perbualan awal lays the foundation for confident, expressive, and social connected learners. The second routine is activity physical, which is allocated approximately 150 minutes each week. Physical activities are not only about keeping children active, but they also support cognitive, social, and emotional. Through games and movement, children learn to cooperate, follow rules, communicate with friends, and overcome challenges. For example, during a group obstacle activity, children take turns, work together, and solve problems as a team. This experience have developed motor coordination, confidence, teamwork, emotional control, and resilience. Therefore, activity physical is more than just a time to release energy. It is an opportunity for children to develop essential life skills while learning through movement. Now, let us discuss one of the most overlooked preschool routines, which is rehat or recess. Many people see recess as simply as a break from learning. However, under Curriculum Prasekolah 2026, rehat is recognized as a meaningful learning session with approximately 200 minutes each week. During this time, children learn through real-life experience. They practice hygiene by washing their hands, develop responsibility by managing their food and cleaning up after themselves, and build respect and discipline through good table manners. They also learn the importance of making healthy food choices. These values are best learned through practice, not just explanation from the teacher. Therefore, rehat helps children develop responsibility, independence, and positive daily habits that they will carry into the future. The next routine is baca bersama, which contributes approximately 30 minutes weekly. Reading in preschool is not only about recognizing words, it is about opening children's minds to imagination, creativity, and new possibilities. Through storytelling, roleplay, discussion, and creative responses, children learn to think beyond the story. For example, after listening to a story, teacher can ask, "If you were the character, what would you do?" This simple question encourages children to analyze situations, express opinions, and develop problem-solving skills. Baca bersama builds a foundation for a reading culture and supports pembelajaran sepanjang hayat. Children begin to understand that learning is not limited to the classroom, and learning continues through curiosity and exploration. Finally, we have activity penutup. Although it happens at the end of the day, this routine has an important purpose. It provides children with opportunities to reflect. Teacher may ask, "What did you learn today? What activity do you enjoy? What would you like to try tomorrow?" And through reflection, children develop awareness of their own learning. They learn that mistakes are opportunities to improve. They learn to think about their experiences. They learn to become active participants in their own learning journey. This routine develops children who are reflective, curious, and prepared for continuous learning. Ladies and gentlemen, when we look at all these routines together, we can see that each one contributes to the larger goal of education, which is kemenjadian murid. Through these everyday experiences, children become first knowledgeable and skilled individuals. They develop communication skills, literacy, numeracy, creativity, and problem-solving abilities. Second, individuals with strong character and values. They learn responsibility, respect, discipline, cooperation, and maybe integrity. Third, balanced and well-being individuals or insan sejahtera. They develop physically, intellectually, socially, and emotionally. This reflects the aspiration of Rancangan Pendidikan Malaysia 2026 till 2035, which focus not only on what children know but also on who they become, because education is not only about producing children who can answer questions. Educating is more to developing individuals who can contribute positively to society. Before I end, I would like to everyone to reflect on one final question. Have we been focusing so much on teaching children academic content that we forget sometimes the lesson happening in everyday moments? When a child greets a friend, are they only saying hello, or are they learning respect and communication? When a child cleans their own table, are they only cleaning, or are they developing responsibility? When a child listens to a story, are they only hearing words, or are they building imagination and curiosity? Perhaps the most powerful lessons in preschool are not always found in books, worksheets, or examinations. Perhaps they are hidden in the routines that happen every single day. So, the question we should ask ourselves as educators is, are routines simply a way to manage a preschool classroom, or are they the forgotten curriculum that shape the future generation? Because every small moment creates a bigger impact, and every routine has the power to shape not only what children learn but who they become. That's all from me. Thank you.